Yeah, we've already mentioned risk assessment, and I would say that is, that I would say if you recognize you're perhaps at a starting place, I would say that would be a pretty good starting place, just to be aware of the work ahead, and set up a process that's gonna work for you, and something that is a process, as we've discussed, and not just a form, something that is alive and it has a pulse to do so. So I'd give that risk assessment a home. Some of the good things we see happening is employers establishing a working group or a steering group that specifically hold this issue, and are holding that risk assessment and feeding into it. An ideal would be that you've got different areas of the business represented so that you're getting that information. Not everything's going to be reported, but you still might find out about risk that not through a formal report. So that's the kind of thing that you can be thinking about. I'm going to get some support with it, like all of the different risks. I've already said that not all sexual harassment is the same. It happens for different reasons. There are so many different things that can escalate risk. The presence of alcohol, overnight stays, power dynamics. So you need to be aware of what those kinds of risks are so that you can see the higher risk situations in your organization. One of the things that we're really interested in, and actually it's a new project for us, we've got a champions project, and I think for both large and small organizations, I think the presence of champions within an organization, these being individuals, maybe they're managers, maybe they come from any area of the business, but they've had extra training and support. They're thinking about this in a more sophisticated way, and they're willing to champion this topic area internally and really help the organization be alive to risk, raise concerns where concerns need to happen, be somebody who's had a bit of extra support in terms of hearing disclosures if they want to be more of a visible point of contact for this topic area. I think that could really help organizations as they get their heads around this all reasonable steps provision. And then another thing that's really going to help, I've literally written a book about all of the psychology. So I would say if you are starting out and you're trying to get your head around what does this mean, that's probably a really useful kind of starting place for you.